Minister of Business and Investments, Dominic Gaskin, spoke about the Millennium Development Goals at the Berbice Expo opening ceremony. More in this report.
At the Sustainable Development Summit, which is slated for Friday, September 25th at the United Nations General Assembly in New York, Guyana and other United Nations member states will adopt the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which includes human development goals aimed at eliminating poverty globally. It includes a set of 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, to end poverty, fight inequality and injustice, and tackle climate change, all to be accomplished by the year 2030. This was highlighted by Honorable Minister of Business and Investment, Dominic Gaskin, who was at the time addressing those gathered at the opening of the 11th Annual Berbice Expo and Trade Fair.
The world is now harmonizing a set of minimum targets for human development achievable over the next 15 years. And these are contained in an Agenda for Sustainable Development 2030, which will be signed by 193 member countries of the United Nations, including Guyana, later on in this month at the United Nations General Assembly in New York. This agenda builds on the Millennium Development Goals, which we were working to achieve by 2015, the current year. These Sustainable Development Goals, as they are called, will be the new goals that Guyana will commit itself to achieving by 2030. There are 17 goals representing broad areas of development, and each is broken down into a set of targeted objectives. I wish to read for you what is set out in goal number 8. Promote sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. Now, what could be wrong with that? These are not my words. These are not our government's words, or the former government's words, or the words of the private sector or any other single group. This goal and all of its objectives are global. I don't know the names of the individuals who finally drafted this particular goal, but its meaning is clear. And it is within this context that our government would like to frame a national economic development strategy for Guyana. This goal number 8, where I want to read the specific objectives, speaks very strongly of creating more and better employment opportunities, particularly for our young population. I believe we owe it to our young population and the next generation of Guyanese to ensure that our economy can provide them with good paying and skilled jobs. I'd like us to start looking at these goals and to treat them as common objectives for the future of this country.
These new global goals and the broader sustainability agenda go much further than the Millennium Development Goals, addressing the root causes of poverty and the universal need for development that works for all people. Sasha Ramsaran reporting for Channel 8 News.